Hey guys, Grumpy here with a different kind of game. So this is Die in the Dungeon. It's a game that I've been following for a long time. It was in early access for a while. Basically, it gave you like a trial run, and now it's out, but it's still kind of in early access. They're still adding features to the game. But I wanted to present this to the channel. So here it is. I'll start a new run and begin as Cinder. So, Die in the Dungeon is a puzzle strategy roguelike kind of game. You're given a series of die, you have a board that you can play on. Each die costs a certain amount of energy, and your goal is to survive the combat and progress towards the end of the board. So, here's the board, here's the boss. There are 3 levels as far as I know. I've only made it to the second one. So far, that's how I unlocked the second character, but hopefully in this run we can make it to the end. If not, it's just going to be a debut of some of the mechanics of the game. So, like I mentioned before, there are different costs to die. So you have D4s, which I don't have any. Those don't cost any energy. D6s, those cost 1 energy, and then D8s, those cost 2 energy. The game is really nice in that it summarizes the value of the die. So you'll see here, it'll say basic boost D6, and then under that is 2.0. So that tells you the average value of what the die is. So that's one way you can think of it. There are several different types of die. We have the most basic ones. So the red ones are going to be your attack die. They do direct damage to the enemy of your choice. You have block die. So these provide block to you. The way it works is block is applied first unless the enemy has quick cast. And then the enemy attacks into your block. If they break your block, they do damage to your HP. So let's see if we can kill this enemy in one shot. We also have boost die here. So they provide a +3 boost 3 tiles away. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Or I guess 1, 2, 3 as well. They would be able to improve the standing of your die. And actually, I think we have enough damage here. So we'll boost it by 3 from this die, and then we'll play our other boost die for 7 damage. So this 2 gets added to the boost, so we get 7 damage. And we'll target this fly, we'll hit finish, and we'll go ahead and kill him. So if you are successful in combat, you go to the reward screen. Usually the reward is going to be picking a die. If you do a elite boss or elite battle, then you get a relic as your reward. I think I'm gonna go D8. So D8s cost 2 energy, which is very expensive. You only get 3 energy per round by default, but there are a few relics in the game that modify the cost of your die. So I'm going to see if I can play around with that. I'm going to build a die heavy deck. So a lot of D8s, and then see if I can reduce the cost of them. So let's go ahead and block here. They're doing 3 damage. We're blocking for 4, so we should be just fine. You saw, even though we had 0 energy, that die was highlighted because that was a D4, so it doesn't cost any energy to play. Alright, so let's see. You know what? Let's... There's a little overkill, but we'll block here. Actually, yeah. We'll just block for 6 here. The fight will go on a little longer, but it's better to reduce how much damage you take because this is a long game. It is certainly not a sprint. And then the way combat also works is you attack first. So I'm going to choose not to block here. Because we can deal damage to the enemy. Do 6 damage, we'll kill them before they can retaliate. cool. So here we have some choices. So I'm going to take the terrain die. There might be something to take this block D4. One, because it's free, but also has the pack ability. So every, or not, I shouldn't say every, but some die have special abilities. And you can mouse over it and it'll tell you what it does. This is the pack icon. So for every additional block die that I play, this gets a boost, +2 boost to its value. So pack die are really nice, but there's a lot of shenanigans you can get up to with terrain die, and I think that is going to help us out a little more. Pack D4s are really good though. They're good like bonus die. Okay. 7. So we can't secure the kill. And we can block just enough. Let's draw to see what we get. We'll just go ahead and block. Okay. So here we have terrain die. What terrain die do is they impart their number onto that square, so the next turn, or if you have flash, which we'll see if we get to it, it'll boost that square permanently. So whereas these boost die are temporary, this will stay on the battlefield, this bonus, so we'll apply +4 to that field. If that's the case, we'll go ahead and boost for 3, so we get a +4 on the square next turn, and we'll block for 4. We'll take 1 damage, but it's worth it for that kind of boost. Alright. So now we have some options. So this +4 gets added to the 6 of this die. So we do 10 damage. This monster has the ability to neutralize a modifier. So what he will do basically is remove the action of the next monster. So there are 3 monsters, up to 3 monsters per battle. So this would be the top spot, middle, and then last. So if there was a monster here, he would disable this monster's ability. But because it's just these 2, he would disable his ability when he dies. So I don't need to worry about block this turn. There's also not much else that we can do, so we'll just go in for a big attack here. And then we'll recoup the health that we lost with the D4. We'll go ahead and boost it up, and then we'll do a big attack. Okay. We'll take another D8 die. And let's see what the question mark holds. It's combat. That's fine. Let's see. Okay, good. I was looking for a boost die, so that's perfect. Let's do this. Seven, and that kills you. Okay. Here's a modifier that's really nice. So this is the heavy property. Basically what you can do with this is drop it on your board, and it'll decrement each turn, and once it hits 0, it'll return to your inventory. So we'll take that. It's basically a free attack. You spend 1 energy on the turn that you play it, and then you get that lingering effect. So go over here to the Forge Master and see what he has for us. So the merchants are really nice. They give you a free sample. Usually this will be upgrade 1 basic die, but sometimes it can be a free item. So if we're going for our big damage strategy, I think what we want to do is we want to increase the damage of our D8. So here we have the option to distribute 8 points. You get to distribute as many points as there are faces. I'm gonna go real big. I want as many opportunities to do a lot of damage as possible. So yes, we'll confirm. You know what? No. We'll do it like this, and then the goal will be to increase these 2s up to 4s and these 4s up to 6s as well. So nice. The next thing we have a couple of other options. Well, really we just have one other option. We can't afford this chair. So this is a relic that interacts with flash. We don't have any flash die. And then fake dumbbell interacts with heavy. We do have a heavy die, but we can't afford it. It's 15 gold. The only other thing that I'm going to do is I'm actually going to spend a little bit of money. And I am going to go kind of more all in on our D8 here. So what I did was I pushed the points from the 2s basically. If this die rolls a 2, I'm not going to play it anyway. I might play it for a 4, but I'm not going to play it for a 2. So those 2s in my mind are basically 0s. So what I chose to do was reduce the 2s to 0 and then add that to the 6s so that it will either roll a 0, a 4, which I might play, or an 8, which I'll definitely play. So I'm getting more value out of that die. I could do the same thing with these D6s, but I want to, or D8s, but I want to save my money. So let's carry on here. And let's do this elite battle. I'm willing to take 1 damage. That's fine if we can set up a good opportunity later. So, oh, what am I thinking? We killed him outright. Elite battles have 2 phases of combat. So you have your first phase, and then you have the second round of combat. So your dice will be pulled off the board, but you maintain any effects that were established in the first round. So all your plus values get retained. So let's do this. Heals the player, deals 3 to a random enemy. Alright. We're gonna do a little bit of gambling. I'm hoping... Actually, we don't have to at all. No. I'm hoping this 3 damage... deals 3 damage to a random enemy, hits this one. We'll get hit for 3, but if it hits this one, then we'll heal for 2. So we'll only lose 1 damage in the process. Yeah, that's fine. Unfortunately, you can't split damage. There's no overflow unless you get a very specific relic that does that. But this works. And we can heal on top of that. Nice. And we get a relic for our trouble. As far as I'm concerned, any elite battles on the first floor are freebies. They are just as difficult as any of the other monsters that you'll face. Always go for the elites. In this case, we'll take magnetic rocks. So dice with face value of 0 get 4 extra value. So now, on that die that we modified, those 0s become 4s. So really, we can never miss on this die. We can either get 4 value when we roll 0s, or we'll get an 8. So that's really nice. We'll look to shift our D8s so that they're similar. And you know what? We'll take this D4 because it's already shifted, so we have a couple of 0 faces. So either we'll roll 0 So we'll get 4 damage for free. Or we'll roll 2, which, you know, we'll take it because, again, it's still free. We're very likely to play that die, regardless. So here we have our first discard. I'm going to discard a boost die. And then we'll go do our next elite. Again, the reason being is the boost die are less necessary once you start getting really high values. Like, see, we have a natural +4 here from our magnetic rocks relic. So, like, we really don't need the boosts. They cost energy to play, and if it's not necessary, you know, why go for it? So we'll do this and we'll take 3 damage. Is there any other way we can play this? Yeah, we could slow play it like that. Alright. We know this monster's ability, it's neutralized, so when we kill this with the 12 damage, it'll neutralize this 1 attack. And then we can go ahead and finish it off. In fact, since we have 1 free damage on the board anyway, because our heavy die is sitting here, we're going to do 1 damage regardless. We might as well take this opportunity to line up our boost die and get a nice +6 to that corner of the board, which will help us in the next round of combat. Okay. So we can kill you. We can kill you. We won't be able to kill you. And unfortunately, this one has the modifier that deals damage to the player when it's killed. The way healing works in this game is we'll heal before they attack. So we will take that 5 damage. We can block for 10 and do 2 damage. We'll do it this way. 2 plus 3 is 5, plus 3 is 8. So you have enough block. So then we take no damage. And then we'll drop the hammer like such. Block for 4, you'll do 3. And then that just kills me. Okay, extendo boxing glove. So actually take empty chest here. Whenever a dice rolls a face value of 0, draw 1 more die. The goal is going to be to have a lot of 0 facing die. So this should help us out. We'll take the D8. Gain lucky on even turns. So we get to reroll our die once once every even turn. Scouting ahead, we can only get 1 more elite battle. So let's go up this way. It presents the most combat with a rest right before the boss. Cool. A heavy property is definitely something that we would want for our splash dice. This means that every turn that's on the battlefield, it's going to continuously do splash damage. That is a massive upgrade for that die. And I think we'll save our money. I really want this fake dumbbell. What it does is it removes the penalty, or not penalty, but the downside of heavy, which is it decreases round over round, but we need 4 more coins. So hopefully it rolls back around in the next shop. Oh, perfect. So we're going to be able to do 8 damage to this creature. We'll be able to knock it out, and we'll do 4 damage, and then the next turn, we'll do 8 damage automatically to this creature without having to pay any energy cost. Just like that. I will pick up a mirror die. Mirror die are pretty fun. They reflect the die on the other side of the board. So actually, this is a perfect example. We can do something like this, where if we go 4 squares away, this will duplicate this die, so these will both become terrain die, essentially. If we boost this, then this gets boosted, so this becomes +6, this becomes +6. Unfortunately, this is a very combat heavy, or damage heavy round, so we can't quite do that, but let's see what we could get away with. We can put up 6 block. Oh, perfect. That is exactly the die that we want to see. And this takes care of itself. We'll do 16 damage to this creature, kill it. We'll do 8 splash damage to this creature, get 2 block, which will be enough to negate the incoming damage from this one. Perfect. And then this just kills it outright. So now we have 15 coins, so we are hoping to see that dumbbell again before we fight the boss. We'll skip here. And we'll go this path. Please, dumbbell. We don't get it. But we do get to upgrade a die, and I think I'm going to upgrade our block. And then we have a couple of options here. So we have Forge Hammer. Dice with the heavy property get +1 extra value each turn they stay locked on the board. That's really good. It's not as good as the dumbbell. And then we have Unpolished Shards. Dice with glass property gets +3 to value. The only glass that we have is Terrain and Heals. I think I'm going to take that, and I'm going to see if I can pick up a glass die. Uh, the low roll on the 2 is unfortunate. I should have spent some coins to reshape the D8 here to give it a 0 face. All right. Well, unfortunately, there's not much we can do in this situation. Like, we can't attack and block. Can we? No. I mean, well, we could, but... well, no, that's enough. We'll kill this creature. We'll be attacked for 1. We'll be attacked for 4. We have 5 block. Alright, perfect. So this is what I was talking about earlier. Because of our magnetic rocks, even our 0 rolls are still good. We do have the opportunity to reroll a die. And I'm going to reroll this to see if we can't get an 8. Because an 8 would do a lot better for us. It's exactly what we wanted to see. But you're going to do a significant amount of damage to me if I do that. We do still have our heal die in our deck. We can't kill either of you, right? No. Alright. Well, we'll just take the damage and then we'll heal. It's a little unfortunate. Okay. So we can heal here. We can do enough damage to kill you, and then the splash damage will take care of you. We'll heal for 9, which will heal us back to full, and this should take care of them. Throw a couple down here just for fun. Alright. Let's do our next elite fight. When it comes to boosting the mirror versus boosting the original, I would recommend boosting the original because that's going to help the mirror out. You have block. So you know what? We'll do it like this. Okay. Unfortunately, with our mirror die, rolling a 0 on a mirror doesn't do anything. There's no distance that's 0 away from this tile. So a 0 mirror is unfortunately busted. But we have enough damage here. We can go ahead and attack. Let's see if we can draw a terrain die on this turn. Set up for next turn. We don't get it, but that's fine. All right, let's go ahead and block for 3. We'll take 3. All right. And then same thing as before. If you're going to put the boost on anything, you want to put it on the original instead of on the mirror. So we can kill you, but we need a way to block for 4. And none of you have 0 faces. Okay. Alright. Not sure why I'm making it too complicated. They're only doing 4 damage, and they're doing 1 damage, so let's just attack. Cool. We reroll our die, we get an 8, which is fantastic. This kills... Oh, actually, no, it doesn't, because you have 1 block. But this kills you now. And then you'll attack twice, which is a little annoying. Whatever, that's fine. Oh wait, no. You only attack once. But this will kill you. No. Oh, never mind. We'll just have to take 1 damage. It's okay. I think we handled this fight pretty well. I was trying to do it flawless, but oh well. Sure, and then we'll do 20 damage to you and we'll level up. Shiny Stone. I think Shiny Stone could work here. It gives you +1 to all your boost values. This would double our coin income though. We'll go for coin value. It's simpler. And then we have enough of these. I was saying we have enough D8s, but this D8 has glass, so it's going to get +3, which is really nice. So I'll actually take that. And then here, I believe we get to redistribute, yes. Or you can get more max health. I think redistributing the die is going to work better in our favor. So we want to make these 0 faces again like last time. And in this case, we can make these all 8s. So yes, confirm. And then we can go fight the last boss, or the boss of this floor. So you shield and you damage a random enemy. Okay. I think we want to do this. Do we have a boost die? We don't. Actually. So remember that we have a mirror die. So if I set 2 heavies here, when the mirror die rolls around, I wouldn't be able to place it on the board. Because both of these spots will be occupied. There's no 4 space tile away from either one of these. So this might be a little better. Then we can do this. Oh, you hit for 9. Oh. In that case, we'll do that. We'll put up 3 block, which isn't going to be enough, but it's something. Take 4 damage, which isn't too bad. This is what I was talking about, the mirror die here. So now we can hit for 14. We can boost the original. And you are not attacking this turn, which is fantastic. You'll deal poison to a random enemy, and you'll give me 1 energy, which is fantastic. Same thing, you'll give me energy and you will apply thorns. Yikes. Okay. Okay, and you're choosing to take the turn off, which I appreciate. Okay, so now the enemy has thorns, which is very annoying. Basically, we need to block before we do an attack. So even if we're not going to take damage in this scenario, we still need to block first. We'll go ahead and do this. Throw in a heal. Okay. Unfortunately, the thorns does happen before our shield goes off, but it is what it is. And then we can just end this in style. We can just go ahead and block. And our die will take care of these enemies. Oh. I didn't pay attention to what that one's modifier was. If I knew better, I would have blocked so we didn't take damage. It's okay. So here we have an epic relic. There's liquid karma. Liquid karma is really nice. In this case, what we would want to do is shift all of our numbers to the left. So we'd want to put our 8s and our 6s and our high numbers all the way to the end, because dies will always roll with their first face. And then on odd turns, you get 1 extra energy. We can also get Providential Vial, so all dice you draw on your first turn will roll the highest possible value. This is really nice for a big burst, or like setting up a good turn with like your terrain die or your boost die. For our game, we have a lot of D8s, so I want as much energy as possible. So we're going to take Liquid Karma. And we'll take a glass regen. We'll heal up. And we'll move on to the next floor. I'm actually going to call this first episode here. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Again, this is Die in the Dungeon. You can pick it up on Steam. Really great game. I'm just getting started with it. I'm going to play a ton of this. It'll probably feature on the channel pretty regularly. But yeah, other than that, Grumpy out.